saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Nothing to see here, Envoy. The situation's under control. And what do you think would have happened if I hadn't stepped in? I caught this waste of life mugging a protected citizen. I just did what came naturally.
I thought all Paradisans were protected citizens.
These things happen from time to time. Inquisitor Ludwig understands. I assume you do too. So that's how it is. All right then, whatever you say. We aren't exactly trained to de-escalate, but I'll tell the others. They'll come around, eventually.
Not sure she'll take it to heart, but even one good example helps.
You there! Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can...
Damn this city. Every day someone new turns up dead.
You! What are you doing? This is a crime scene! That's evidence.
That's the Imperial Envoy. Stay out of his way.
Ah, right. My mistake.
You died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
I'll keep trying. But there's not much to be done for Fort Northreach.
Envoy, is it really you? I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? And yet you rallied your spirits and reported for duty. Your dedication is admirable.
But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. You said you had a missive for me from the Emperor? Executed faithfully, Envoy. Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. And I can't think of anyone more suited for the job. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. That you are, and not just on account of your noble heritage. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. They were Paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
Whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice. The choice is yours, as will be the consequences. All I ask is that you use your best judgment.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the Living Lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing, the health of your soul is another. An unusual course of treatment, but who am I to argue? Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Tracking down mysterious assassins with a godlike who returned from death, all while the rumored dream scourge spreads. Can't say I'm prepared, but I'm ready.
We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Ballarrock? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the Envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot, but no place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. It's built on ruins, and the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple, someone the locals call the Oracle. He's well, he's like you, a godlike. You mean aside from when you looked in the mirror this morning? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't make cracks. It's not like anyone asks to be one of you. I mean, gods, why would you? No, this godlike. He belongs to Aethys. He's the very last one. That's what we heard anyway.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry. Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass. Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
What's the target? Quiet as the depths.
Next one's mine. Show me what you got. Let's see what you got.
I'm sick.
Good find.
Bootleg wine have to do with animancy equipment? How did you get in there?
2 guards, wine, and a dead body. There's a story here.
Bon and I caught this man trying to load a crate onto the lift. Turned out he was smuggling animancy equipment.
So we've closed this lift down, as a precaution.
Oh, I'm sure he's got some hidey hole around here where he stored this stuff. Where he took it after, though, I couldn't say.
We've heard of bandits using this lift to sneak past the gatehouse, too. It seems the locals have been looking the other way for some time.
In the meantime, sorry, you'll have to go back to the main road.
haven't searched him yet. We were only meant to be keeping watch, you understand? You're welcome to take a look if you think you'll find anything useful.
I'll ask you to refrain from using the lift, though.
Well, since you're the envoy, I suppose we can't stop you.
But if you bring so much as an Audra stone with you, we'll find out.
This looks like the path Offric told us about. Another win, but who's counting?
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few...
The Temple of Aethys is closed.
Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum. Inquisitor Ludwine, you haven't had the pleasure? She's the ambassador's hunting dog, or he's her lapdog. Well, there's something animal about her anyway. She leads the Steel Garrote. They're the enforcers around here. Eyes and ears everywhere, you understand? Yeda, the expedition leader, told me it was the Inquisitor who tipped her off to this place. I guess Ludwine had squeezed the information out of some rebels she was interrogating.
Lot of that going around lately.
The old godlike who maintains the temple is supposed to have some kind of relic belonging to Aethys.
And given the Steel Garrote's particular allegiances, yeah. Okay, I see the through line. I gotta say, I'm surprised there's still a temple to Aethys standing after the Saints' War. But there's no accounting for taste.
You will let him go and not me? I see.
Who said I was letting him go? Well, my orders say no one.
Hikera, yes. Tell the envoy about your precious orders. I could recite them in my sleep.
Right. Sorry, envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And envoy, thanks. I know Offric will appreciate you looking into this. Hey, good luck out there.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Maybe Offric squad passed through here. Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
Zarms. On a sneaker fight. Right behind you.
Hey! Over here!
Just like the good old days. Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
You're not my brother. I got to be dreaming. Oh, gods. Am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair. Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? He actually made it. I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expeditions Corps. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman. Honest. Oh, shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell Offric how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. He's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue.
You must have seen it on your way in. Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yetta's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. And when we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
You take lead. I see someone. Be ready for anything.
My brother. Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us. But you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargenis, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters to read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago.
Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, brother.
The bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the relic. This reminds me of the Strangle route. But how is anything this big going all the way down here? Unseen, unheard.
Give me a target. Let's see what you got. Next one's mine. Earth and rock!
Six years in Dawn Shore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time. Dream Scorcher. I hate to think it reaches me.
Who's ready for more?
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kinda nice. There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
A false idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. Between tensions in the city and threats outside. Something's not right here. Take a look around. Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here? They can't have come the same way we did. We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. Somehow, I don't think the professional cave delvers died of fright. Something killed them, and it's just us and him in here. You think he's building a what? A giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
There you are. You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission. To prosecute the redemption of a god. By making them jailers. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses in Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
I see. Why? Then I shall simply take the splinter from your corpse. I do not wish to pursue violence, but I will if I must. This is the work of my life. Now, the relic, if you please. If it must come to this, so be it.
Let's see what you got. Next one's mine. Left way.
Why couldn't he have just stuck to sculpture?
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you. We sense weight on you. Essence. Yes, we know this melody. A part of the statue, a piece that yearns for its true place. Combine them. Join soul into body. Let it sing for us. Feast? Famine? We could not say. The Adra dulls our mind. We sense an acorn. Possibility. It dreams in colors we have never seen. But we use it? We cannot know. It must be complete. What will bloom? We await.
Hey, envoy. Back with us?
For a heart, we will speak to you. It wakes, a host, form-giving life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout, fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean, sift our fingers through sand. This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it. A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. We Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction. Then, when our prison bars fall, we will see. New earth to till, we flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Hey, it's the Envoy!
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I owe him the world. He saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way? No.
Oh, gods. Does he mean...
They didn't make it, Ulfric. I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened? That godless scum.
What?
They probably went quickly, if that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Ulfric, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. And dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead? At least they got justice.
And I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big Envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but I'm glad they made it. One of them may even get a happy ending.